And a lot of my friends were telling me the fertility struggles, which I did not know much about. And when I kept hearing their stories, I was like, wow, this is a nightmare. Totally different from what a lot of people are educated about in terms of fertility. And so when I started digging in, I realized that at the root of it, it's a bigger issue than I thought, and it really stems on the whole issue around sperm health and sperm counts, and this huge crisis where the counts are actually dropping. So that really got me motivated to try to do something better and different because a lot of guys were just not getting the right solutions that they needed. So that's why I started Hera with my co-founder, and at Hera we're motivated and focused on how do we bring about better solutions for male fertility and make it clear for them what's going on and how to address it. Our mission is to get more readings out of the sample, just because there's actually a lot of information you can get out of sperm, and really understand what's going on. And the main driver behind it is that, especially with stories like you were just sharing about your own journey, the worst thing is getting someone to provide that and getting information and then feeling reassured that everything's okay. And then let's say it doesn't work out and it actually was the guy, but you you just didn't know about it because you didn't test all of the different things out there. So we tried to provide as much information to cover all your bases. A lot of times what I hear is people just diagnosing people with unexplained infertility because they're like, well, we don't know what's going on, which is like the silly diagnosis in my opinion. But that's frankly a symptom of just the lack of research that's around on fertility as a whole. So I think there needs to be more research on just fertility as a whole, but as well as male fertility, because there's so much that we can learn about on the guy side, and it plays such a big role. It's 50% of the whole scenario here,
Yep.
and it's still so understudied. I was reading a recent, I think it was a New Yorker article that just came out, where someone said it the best, where we there's more and more understanding coming around why there's a drop or decline in fertility and sperm counts, but there's no definitive answer, which is quite frustrating. But I always say there's a variety of reasons that all are coming together and really making a horrible situation here. So yeah, environmental toxins, just our general lifestyle has changed a lot. And we're more sedentary, we're more stress, sleep, and there's a bunch of other things too, but those are kind of the main reasons why that we're seeing this drop happen. Where in the 1970s it was around 100 million, to now being around 49, and then some scientists saying
Oh,
it can
that's
go,
big.
yeah,
Yeah,
some
it's
scientists
a
saying
real
by
thing.
2050 it can go to zero.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So at the core of it, we wanted to make it a very easy experience, but also supportive, because throughout this whole journey, there's just going to be a bunch of questions you have, especially on the guy side, um, and just trying to make sure that we educate them throughout the journey. So either you can go on our website to purchase it directly, or what we see more and more now is the clinicians are the ones ordering it for. So either your family doctor, your fertility clinic. What we find more and more, and I love to do, is work with like OBGYNs and their women's primary care docs. They'll have this in their clinic, and so they'll just easily pass it to give it to the wife and say, make sure your partner does this. And so we found that to be a very successful approach, and also a more comprehensive approach and proactive. So you give the kit to the guy, and the guy provides the sample, drops it off at a UPS, locks, secures it, everything, drops it off at the UPS, and then we get it the next day at our lab. We do a full analysis, and then typically we give you the results pretty quickly within 48 to 72 hours. And those results will spell out exactly what's going on. We'll tell all the biomarkers, the results, and our recommendations. We send it to your doctor so they're aware as well, so that they are part of the care and they can act on it as well. I think more information for patients, the better. Then they're more engaged in their care.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, we talk about lowering cost of healthcare in this country all the time because it's an issue. Well, it's
Hmm.
because we let things get really bad, and that's when they get really expensive.
Hmm.
So, okay, so get in this diagnostics kind of platform. Let's get ahead of things. Like, give me the
Hmm.
full body scan, right? Tell me
Hmm.
if you see something, because then maybe I'll take care of it instead of showing up in the ER having a heart attack. So,
Exactly.
or I can't get pregnant now because, and now I need IVF or, or I have a
Hmm.
complicated pregnancy and therefore a complicated birth. And I mean, it's like the trickle down effect of bad things starting, over here, small, and then just escalating. But if you can catch them earlier on with like something like this and using
Hmm.
sperm health or baseline, I mean, to me, that's the answer. So
Yeah.
I-
Well,
I'm I'm behind you.
I I appreciate that. I think it's going to be with all things when you're changing such a massive industry and kind of the status quo. I think it's just going to take some time and great innovators to that out there trying to make that change, and some bold ideas to do that.
This has been a Shut Up production.